We've helped over 150 real estate investor teams across the country close more deals, and every single one of them came to us with the same exact problem. Their follow-up was broken. Not because their team was lazy, it's because what they were calling follow-up isn't follow-up at all. And be honest with yourself for a second. How does your follow-up work right now? A lead comes in, your team calls, maybe the seller picks up, maybe they don't. If they don't, somebody on your team texts them, and maybe you even have that automation goes out saying, hey, this is so-and-so with X, Y, and Z properties. I saw you were interested in selling your home. No response. And 2 days later, another text with just checking in. And maybe one more try a week later. And then that lead goes into some type of bucket in your CRM that nobody ever looks at again. And if you've told yourself that's fine, that's just how things work. Some respond, most don't. It's a numbers game. But here's what's funny. You already know that's bullshit because you've experienced what real follow-up looks like. It's worked on you and you've bought stuff because of it, but you just never connected to your business. And let me show you what I mean. Think about the last time you and your wife, your girlfriend, whoever you live with, we're thinking about buying something for the house, maybe a new oven. You're cooking dinner one night, the back burner's acting up again, and you say, all right, we gotta replace this thing. You pull out your phone, look at a couple of new models, maybe add one to cart. Then something comes up, you get distracted, and you forget about it completely. And 3 weeks goes by, you haven't thought about that damn oven even once. Then one night, you're doom scrolling on Instagram and Facebook, and boom, there it is, the exact oven, staring right at you. And you're like, all right, that's a sign. You show your wife, hey, remember that oven we were looking at? And she goes, oh yeah, just get it. And then you go and buy it. And that's not the universe telling you to buy a new oven. The brand just follow up with you. But not with a phone call from some random person. Not a text saying, hey, just checking in. Still interested about that oven? Not with some automated email. Not with some automated AI agent that you might have. They put their product back in front of you at the right time in a way that didn't feel like follow-up at all. It just felt like that you saw it again. And that little reminder was all it took. And that's what follow-up actually looks like when it's done right. Now here's the thing. In the marketing world, that has a name. We call it retargeting. But I don't love that word because it sounds like some techno marketer bullshit. What it really is follow-up, but automated. Content-driven follow-ups that run in the background without your team ever lift a finger. And the question is, why the hell aren't you doing this with your sellers? And just a quick context on who I am, because I don't want you to take advice from a random dude on the internet. My name is William Yu. I run REI Transfer. We build marketing system for real estate investors all over the world. Actually, over 150 teams across the country run this exact same system I'm about to describe. I'm also an active investor in the Tampa Bay area, and our team runs the exact same system we built for our partners. I am not here to sell you a course. I am not a guru. I run this every single day for my business. So what I'm about to show you is what we actually built and what we see work in this current market. But before I tell you how I got here, because I didn't just start with the system, I started the same way that you probably are running it right now. So when I first started building lead generation for investors, we did what everybody else did. We ran Facebook ads, we generated leads, we hand them off, and the investor will call and text those leads. We will have some automated messages where even AI reply, but most leads will go cold. And it's the same story every single time. And I kept on hearing the same thing from our partners when they call us. Well, the leads aren't converting, these leads are trash and no one's picking up. I heard it so many times that I started to believe it. Maybe Facebook leads are just lower intent. Maybe we need to spend more or target differently, or maybe even just create better ad copy. So I did all of that. We have better targeting now, better copy, better landing pages. We spent over 2 years optimizing every single piece of the front end. And yes, the quality of the leads got way better, but the close rate on follow-up leads, the one that didn't convert on the first or second call, stayed basically zero. So we generated thousands of leads a month across our partners, and if a seller didn't close within the first 48 to 72 hours, they were dead, gone, and nobody was bringing them back. And that part ate at me. All of these sellers were raising their hand and then vanishing into some CRM bucket that nobody ever opened again. And sure, some teams are experienced enough to have a full-time lead manager and that will help with the follow-up and reactivation process, but many really didn't have that. And it resulted to a lot of human error. And then one night I was sitting on my couch scrolling Instagram and I saw this ad for these fancy flowers, the ones that never die. And I was thinking about, hey, maybe I should get this for my wife. I looked at it for a couple weeks. I forgot about it completely. And then right before Valentine's Day, I get the same ad again, just pop up in my feed. And right away, I didn't think it was an ad. All I thought was that, that's a good gift to get her. And then I clicked and I bought it. And I sat there for a second because I realized that brand just followed me perfectly. No phone calls, no just check-in texts. They just put themselves back in front of me at the right time in the right place. And it worked. On me, a marketer, somebody who knows exactly how retargeting works. And it still worked on me. And I thought, we're spending all this money generating leads for our partners, and the whole entire follow-up strategy is either with automations or with a VA on the phone. Meanwhile, every other brand that's ever gotten me to buy something Did it by showing up on my feed over and over again until I was ready. And that was the night I started to build everything out. Not because I read it from a course, but because it worked on me. And I thought, if it worked on me, it must work on sellers as well. Because sellers are just consumers with a house to sell. They scroll the same feed, they ignore the same cold text, they respond to the same things I respond to. So let's talk about what most investors are actually doing when they're saying they're following up. A lead comes in. It doesn't matter where. I don't care if it's Facebook, Google PPC, direct mail, cold call. Somebody raises their hand. Your team reaches out. They call once, maybe twice. Send a couple texts, maybe even 20 texts to the point you're low-key stalking them. And who's doing this? Be real. It's either you personally, which you don't have time for. Maybe it's a couple of VAs that's working off a script. Or maybe it's an automated system where if they even reply, you don't even get to them fast enough. But from the seller's perspective, it's a stranger calling them about their house, right? That's all it is to them, a stranger. And think about what it looks like from the seller side. They fill out a form, maybe they were curious. Maybe they were stressed at 11 p.m. at night and submitted something they weren't ready for just now. And some person that they never met is calling them. And let me ask you this, when was the last time you responded to somebody that just said, hey, just checking in, or just following up? Never. Most of the time you just ignore it. And you might even block the number if they do it too many times. So your sellers are actually doing the same thing to your team right now without you even realizing it. And here's the part that should actually piss you off. Think about how much you pay for that lead. 50 bucks, 100, 200, maybe even 800 was PPC. You spend real money to get that person to raise their hand. And then your entire follow-up strategy is hoping that a lead manager can get on the phone before they get annoyed and stop responding. And that's not follow-up. That's harassment with the CRM attached to it. But remember that oven. Nobody called you about the oven. Nobody texted you, hey, just checking in on that kitchen appliance purchase that you might be thinking about. The brand just showed up in your feed with the right product at the right time, and you end up buying it. And that's the model. And it works better for real estate than it does for ovens, I promise you. So here's what real follow-ups looks like for real estate investors. And once you see this, you'll realize why your cold leads aren't actually cold. They're just being followed up with the wrong way. So when a seller sees your content, maybe it's an ad, maybe it's this video that somebody shared. They clicked, they check out your site, they're very curious, it makes sense for them, but they're not yet ready. Their situation just hit them. Maybe it's the first missed mortgage payment, or maybe they just found out they inherited property. Maybe a tenant just stopped paying. They haven't processed it yet, but they fill out the form because it makes sense for them, where it could make sense for them, and then they leave your site. In the old model, that's where follow-up starts. Your team calls, they text, hey, saw that you were interested in selling your property at 123 Main Street. Maybe the seller ignores it because some stranger is now blowing up their phone and they're not ready to deal with this yet. In the right model, something completely different happens. Week 1, the seller is scrolling their feed and they see a video of you explaining how that cash offer process works. Step by step, no pitching, just you talking. Here's what happens when you sell to an investor. Here's the timeline, here's what you should expect. Maybe they don't click, maybe they don't fill out anything, but they watch all 30 seconds of it. And now your face is familiar. On week 2, they see a testimonial from a real homeowner. Maybe they were going through a divorce and I didn't know what to do with the house. These guys walked me through everything and we closed in 18 days. Now the seller thinks, that sounds like my situation. Week 3, they see another piece of content. Maybe it's about what happens to your credit if you fall behind your payments, or what the probate timeline actually looks like, or what your options are when a tenant stops paying. Content that answers the exact questions that's keeping the sellers up at 2 a.m. in the morning. Then week 4, another testimonial. Different situation, same thing. I thought that nobody would buy my house in this condition, and these guys bought it as is. This keeps going week after week. Your face is in their feed, your brand, your content. You're not calling them, you're not texting, you're not being annoying and stalkerish. You're just being there, being helpful, being the name that they keep seeing. Now fast forward 60 days. The seller is now finally ready. They've been sitting on this for now 2 months. And in those 2 months, they've seen your content a dozen times, they watched your videos, they've seen other homeowners in their situation talk about working with you, and they suddenly feel like they know you. So when they finally decide to act, they don't go to Google and type in sell my house fast. They don't fill out 3 lead forms and start a bidding war. They will end up coming straight to you. They fill out your form where they DM directly your page, or they call the number that they've been seeing for months and they actually save it on their phone. And then when your reps call back, the conversation doesn't start with a who is this and how much are you gonna pay me? It starts with a yeah, I've been seeing your stuff for months and I feel like I already know what you guys do. And that's what we call follow-up, real follow-up. Not an automated drip, not a VA cold calling from a script. Your brand's in their feed, building trust automatically until the day they're ready to move. And this isn't theory. We built this exact system for over 150 plus investors. And let me give you one example. And I'm going to go deep on this because I want you to see how it actually looks like when it plays out. So we have a partner in Southern California. His name is John. Before he came to us, his team was spending roughly $40,000 a month on marketing, Facebook, Google, direct mail. He's getting good lead flow. His front end was solid, the ads were working, and leads were coming in. But here's the thing, his close rate on follow-up leads, meaning that any lead that didn't convert on the first or second call, was basically zero. And I don't mean just low, I mean zero. Those leads just simply died. And I got on call with his acquisition manager early on and asked him, so what happens to a lead that doesn't close on the first call? And this guy, no hesitation, he goes, well, they don't close, period. If they don't say yes within the first 48 hours, I never hear from them again. I got a CRM full of 3,000 leads that went nowhere. And those 3,000 leads, even at $100 per lead, that's $300,000 sitting in a dead folder. And I asked him what follow-up looked like. His team will call twice, 3 times over the first week, and then the lead would just go into the drip campaign. They sent the same just checking in. They even personalized the automation based upon motivations. But that was it. That was the whole system. So we built the same follow-up ecosystem for John, same $40,000 a month budget, same ad campaign, same leads. We didn't touch the front end. The only thing that was changed was what happened after the lead didn't convert. Instead of getting a text and a call from those leads who enter the ecosystem, videos of John explaining how the cash process works, testimonials from SoCal homeowners who sold to his team, educational contents about timelines, probate, condition of the house, all of it running automatically in their feed. And within 30 days, honestly, nothing much changed. His team was very skeptical about this. His acquisition manager actually told me, I don't think the ads in somebody's feed is going to make them want to sell their house. I said, just give it 90 days. By day 47, Marcus called me. He was fired up. He says the seller just booked an appointment through their website, cold lead from 2 months ago, never responded to a single text or call, and the seller gets on the phone, and the first thing out their mouths was, I've been seeing your video for weeks now, and I feel like I already know how this works, and I'm ready to move forward. His acquisition manager just sat there because that has never happened before, not once in his career. A lead that ghosted for 2 months came back on their own, already understood the process and was ready to close. No convincing, no objection handling, no, let me think about it. But the funny thing is that she's been thinking about it for over 60 days. But now with John's face in her feed the whole time. And within 90 days, John was running a 12x return on his marketing spend, not because the ads got better. The ads were actually the same, but the follow-up changed the entire conversation before the phone rang. Leads that would have gone cold were coming back 30 to 60, even 90 days later, saying the same thing. I've been seeing your stuff and now I'm ready. His acquisition manager, the same guy who told me that ads in the feed wouldn't make somebody sell their house, he told me 6 months later, this is the only thing that's ever brought a dead lead back to life without them harassing the sellers. And John wasn't the exception. Another team in the DMV area runs TV, PPC, direct mail across every multiple channel, told me that this outperformed all of them. Same reason. It's not the front end, it's what happens after. And just to be clear, we don't build this for other people. We test all campaigns that we run for our clients internally with our own business in the Tampa Bay area. I'm not sitting in an office telling investors what to do while I do something different. We eat our own cooking. Every lead that hits our site in Tampa enters the same ecosystem, content in their feed, testimonials, education, the whole thing. And of course, I want to make sure that this works before we ever push it to our partner's account. So the first person that it was tested is on me in our own market with our own money. And when the seller started coming back 45, 60, 75 days, he's saying, I've been watching your videos, I'm ready to talk. That's when I knew this wasn't a fluke. And that's when we started building it for other teams. Now remember the oven. You looked at it, a few weeks later it showed up on their feed, you bought it, done. The whole decision took about 3 weeks, and the stakes that were a few $100, not exactly a life-changing purchase. But selling a house, that decision takes months. These people have a window, typically 30, 60, sometimes even 90 days and beyond, between the moment problem hits and the moment that they're ready to do something about it. And during that window, they're thinking, they're stressed, they're talking to family members, and they're up at night running numbers. The question is, who's going to be in their world during that window? If nobody is, they'll eventually Google sell my house fast and find whoever's running the best PPC ad that day. Some stranger, no relationship, no trust, pure price shopping, and now you're stuck in a bidding war. But if your face has been in their feed for the last 60 to 90 days, if they watch your videos, seen your testimonials, they're typically not Googling anything. They're gonna come to you. So the oven follow-up works in 3 weeks with a $300 purchase. Imagine what it does over 3 months with one of the biggest financial decisions of somebody's life. The longer the decision cycle and the higher the stakes, the more powerful this becomes. And real estate has both. And here's the part that changes everything, and most investors don't ever think about this. This follow-up system doesn't just work on leads from your Facebook advertisement. When a seller clicks on your Google ads and checks on your website, they're in the system. Your content starts showing up in their feed. Maybe a seller responds to your direct mail piece and visits your site. They're now in the ecosystem. Content's in their feed automatically. A cold call lead says, hey, not right now, but they Google your company right after. They hit your site, they're in, and your brand is following up without your team doing a goddamn thing. A referral who even looked you up but wasn't ready, in the system. Every single lead from every single channel, the moment they touch your site, they enter your follow-up ecosystem. You don't need VAs, you don't need fancy automation campaigns, you don't need fancy AI agents. No just checking in text that everybody just ignores. Just your brand in their feed, building trust over and over again without you lifting a finger. Meta is not supposed to be a separate channel competing with what you already run. It's a follow-up layer that makes everything you're currently running work harder, because the leads that will have leaked out your pipeline don't. The system catches them, follows up with them, and when you're ready, they come back to you and not your competitor. And here's what most people miss about this. It compounds. Month 1, you're building it. Follow-up audiences are small. Content is going up. You'll see some results from just leads being generated in real time, but the real power hasn't kicked in yet. By month 3, something shifts. Your follow-up pool is now massive now. Sellers from month 1 are seeing your content. New sellers are entering every day. Your team start noticing the calls feel different. Sellers are warmer. They're referencing videos that they saw on your page. I watched this video about the probate process. Now the show rate goes up. The whole vibe of your business changes. By month 6, it's a different business. Deep pipelines at every stage. Cost per deal is measurably lower than month 1. And still dropping, because a huge percentage of your deals are coming from sellers who are follow-up for months, not from fresh ad spend, from the system that's doing its job in the background. And by month 12, you own an asset, a trained pixel that knows what a closable seller looks like, a content library that's building trust 24/7, a brand that sellers in your market actually recognize, and a pipeline that doesn't reset to 0 when you take a week off. This is exactly what we see for our partners. The investors who's been running this for the past 12 months aren't scaling back. They're scaling up because the system actually gets cheaper to run as the data improves and your brand builds. Tim Serpy, the CEO of City Atlas, one of our partners company, told us directly, this is the marketing engine that we cannot operate without. That's not something people usually say about a lead vendor. That's what they say about an infrastructure change. Compare this to investors who doesn't have this. Every month, they spend money on new leads. They close what they can. The rest goes cold because their follow-up is 2 texts and prayer. First of the month, starting from 0, same spend, same grind, nothing compounds. And that's the difference between real follow-up and checking in. So let me bring this home. I told you about 3 things today. 1, most acquisition companies' follow-up system is broken. Not because your team is lazy, but because phone calls and texts from strangers don't build trust. Number 2, real follow-up is a brand in a seller's feed for 30, 60, 90 days and beyond. Content, testimonials, education, answering the questions that they're losing sleep over. Building a relationship before the first call actually happens, automatically from every single lead source that touches your business. Number 3, real brand marketing should compound over time. The longer it runs, the cheaper your deals get and the warmer your pipeline becomes. Month 1, you're building it. Month 12, you should own an asset. And for many of you guys, it's the same thing that made you buy that Rolex on your wrist right now. But instead of a watch, the stakes are a $30,000 assignment fee or a $50,000 wholesale deal, or even a $100,000 flip. And the decision cycle isn't 3 weeks, it's 3 months, which means that this follow-up system has even more time to do its job. And here's the one thing I want you to remember from this entire video. If your sellers don't know who you are before that first phone call, your follow-up isn't working. That's it. Everything I show you today exists to solve that one problem. The investor who figured this out are the ones whose sellers are saying, I feel like I already know you. And that sentence on a first call is worth more than any lead list that you'll ever buy. So if you want to see how we build this for real investors, there's a link below to schedule a strategy call with me or my team. 30 minutes, we'll look into exactly what you're running right now, what your numbers look like, where the gaps are, and if this system makes sense in your market. We're not gonna pitch you. If it's a fit, we'll show you how exactly we will build it. Not everybody fits our criteria. If you're still struggling to get one marketing channel to work, and if you need leads to convert today because you're 1 week away from going out of business, you might not be the best fit. But if it is a fit, we'll show you exactly how we build it. But think about this. Every month you run marketing without a real follow-up process and a system behind it, your leads don't just go cold, they close with a competitor who has it. That seller your team texted twice and gave up on, somebody else's content is in their feed right now. It's building trust, and when that seller is finally deciding to act, they're not calling you. They're calling an investor that they've been seeing for the last 60 days. And remember, it's not a lead quality problem that most people are experiencing. It's a follow-up problem, it's a brand problem. And it's costing you deals every single month. So schedule the call in the link in the description. And no worries if you're not ready for that conversation just yet, that's fine. Go watch this video right here. It breaks down everything that we do in our pre-distressed marketing system to give you more context on why this matters right now.